will start recording. It just start the recording. I've used just kind of very simple tools,
Yeah.
and I didn't make any kind of edit on the video. Just to directly record it and just upload on the on YouTube actually. So I think we can start out today's lessons and look at these things. What
You do,
kind of
you
things?
don't you don't want someone to edit the videos for you?
No, like someone's means like I just record the video of my classes and upload it on the video on YouTube. That's
I can edit them for you if you want.
what kind of things you want to add?
I can edit them for you if you want. So it looks better. I can edit them for you. So like I can add like sound effects. I can add like your name in the bottom. I can like edit the videos for you if you want.
That means you know the editing, am I right? Video editing.
Yeah, I know the editing because I do it for all of my videos in TikTok. Because I post two videos every week. And then each of them get like 400,000 views, 300,000 views, and I just talk about different products. I don't edit them anymore. I have someone that edits it for me that my dad found, but I remember how to edit, and I have all of the softwares to edit them.
Definitely, as you already know about, I can take help from you, or I can get the knowledge how it can happen about the editing part. I can get
Yeah.
some knowledge from you, right? I
Yeah, I can help you out, sure.
okay, nothing, no problem, no problem. Let's come to the point
Now
about the
let's
topics.
start.
Yeah, let's start. Okay, so like, what is your topics about uploading your videos on TikTok about your business?
No, not really about my business. I mostly talk about like other products. I also do lots of videos of Dubai. And since Dubai is very famous, everyone looks at them. Because like, and then you have to use the correct hashtag. So when you're posting your video, you must say like, for example, hashtag Dubai. And then when people are looking for Dubai, when they search up Dubai in the search, then my video will come up because I use hashtag Dubai. Or if I put in hashtag laptop, and if someone search up laptop, then my video will be there.
Yeah, that is called keywords.
Yeah, the keywords, the hashtags. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. So let's come to the point about the data type conversion. In the last class, we have talked about different kind of data types. So what is that about the data types? Look at these things. It was the last lessons about the different types of data types we have talked about here. About string, we have talked about string, then integer, float, complex, then list, tuple, and then dictionaries and boolean. Right? All of the things we have talked about
Yes.
in the last class, and
Yep.
uh,
And I applied all of these to my homework, so I have them all in my homework.
that's good. That's excellent. Thank you so much. So, I think you got a clear view about the data types in Python. Okay, there are lots of other data types, but for the basic
Yeah, you
knowledge,
did tell me, but those are more advanced.
yeah, those are more advanced. For the basic knowledge, this is good for you. This kind of amount is good for you. So let's come to the next one. They have talked about the data type conversion. Data type conversion means how I can convert a data to another. Like how can I convert an integer value to the float? How I can convert a float value to integer. Okay, did you got my point?
Ah,
So
okay. So how
let's
to
come to the
convert
point.
each data type to another?
Yeah, each other are types. So they will talk about here in a very simple sense. Here in a very simple sense, but we can go through it. Okay, let's say there are several built-in functions to perform conversion from one data type to another. These functions return a new object representing the converted value. So I think it will be good. Look at these things: integer x, float x, complex x. Convert x to an integer base. It specifies the base if x is a string. Okay. So convert float x to a floating point number, complex x, convert complex. So what does it mean actually? Look at these things. So integer x. Suppose before going to that, here they have give you some real example by doing the coding, but before doing the next slide, we can draw something and just trying to give you some knowledge about it. What does it mean actually? This kind of things. Suppose think about it. 5 is an integer value, am I right?
Yes.
And what about 6.6.3? Is it integer or float?
Six. That is a float.
Float value. And what about 2j?
2j, that is a complex number.
Complex number, complex value. So how can I convert? Suppose I want to convert, suppose x equal to, this is x equal to 5, y equal to 6.5, 6.3, and z equal to 2j. All right. I want to convert,
Mhm.
I want to convert this integer value to float. Sorry, I read on. Just for one example, I want to convert, this is the integer value, x is equal to 5, and 5 is an integer value. I want to convert this integer value to a float. How can I convert it? Very simple way. Just write it down float, f l o a t, float,
A-
and write it down x inside it. And it will automatically give you the float value. What will be the float value of 5? What will the float value of 5? The answer will be 5.0. The answer will be 5.0. In the
Oh,
same way, yeah, in the same way, it's a very simple conversion, it's a very simple knowledge. Just focus on it, you will get it very quickly.
and how would you convert the float to the complex, the 5.0 to the complex?
Yeah, very good. Good questions, but we are going to learn it in the next slide. Just a moment. I need to remove it and just look at it here. Just look at it. Here, A, float one. What they have, they didn't use any kind of, they didn't use any kind of variables name or something else. Just use it directly. Suppose think about it. A equal to float one. So one, look at the value here. One is an integer value, right?
Yep.
This is the output. Okay. One is an integer value, but what we have put it here, we want to make it convert it in the float value, right? Then
Yeah.
look at the output 1.0. Did you got the float value?
Now I understood. Okay,
Yeah,
so
very
for
good.
example,
Very simple.
if over here, just give me a second.
Suppose
If
the
over
integer.
here,
Look at the second
over
one. Yeah.
here, if over
Look
here
at the
it
second.
said 2, then this would be 2.0.
Yeah. 2.0. Yeah.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. And look at the second one, the complex one. Uh, sorry,
Mhm.
sorry. The integer one. What is the value inside it? Is it the integer value or float?
5.5.
5.5 is the integer value or float value?
That's integer value.
5.5.
Sorry,
This
no,
is
integer is just 5 or -5. That's a
yeah.
float value.
This is the float value. I want to just as I want to make it the integer, I just write down int and make it bracket. Inside it, I just make the float point, floating value, which value I want to get the integer value. So what is the output here?
And so then the computer will solve it for us.
You just make it run. Just click on run, write it down the code, and click on run button. Now, I don't know
And
whether
so
we
we
had a
have to
converse. Yeah, please continue.
so basically to convert, we literally just have to put in the conversion in the code part, and then it will give us the input of whatever the conversion is.
Yeah. So you are learning Python programming language in the first time, right?
Yes.
Did you learn about? I think you don't have knowledge about C, C++, or any other programming language. You don't have. Yeah. You were thinking like Python is a more easy, and like if you want to write the same code in C or C++, you need to suppose they have write it down 13 lines of code. You need to write down more lines of code for getting the same output. Okay. So Python is
Mhm.
compared to easy to others programming languages because you need to write down less lines of code, but you will get the same output. Okay. So that is the main point
Yeah.
that you just make it. Look at these things. You just write it down int 5.5, and your compiler will automatically give you the output about the integer value because com- compiler already know about it, what you want to get actually. Okay.
Yeah.
So and look at the complex. You had the question about the complex, how I can get the value of the complex. Look at this. One is an integer value, right? And you want to
Yes.
convert.
I know how to do it. I know how to do it. I know how to do it.
Yeah, yeah, very good, excellent, excellent. You just could you please just open a platform and just do this example? It's a very simple example, but you need to write it down. Okay,
Sure.
please.
Let me do that.
Okay, so you can share your screen, please.
Okay. There we go.
What?
So over here, you can typed everything in. So I gave what the variables are worth. For example, a variable is worth float one, right? So the a variable is going to be converted from float is going to be converted into a float. Then the 5.5 float number is going to be converted into an integer. And then the one integer number is going to be converted into a complex number over here. So I wrote that as my code. And then over here, we're basically going to be printing each variable so that it prints it out over here. 1, 2, 3, and this is basically printing it out. And then over here, it's print type A. So basically, you're printing this over here, the print part, the print and the print. You're printing out each one, the float, integer, and the complex number.
That's good. Yeah, that's a really good thing. Thank you so much. But could you please change some of the values between this one? Suppose integer value. Yeah, in the part of integer, you can put a complex value like 1 plus j or I 2j something else.
Yeah, sure. I can do like
And
see
inside the
for
complex
an
value, you
integer.
can just put it. Yeah, yes, please. Inside the complex, you can just put. No, 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 no. But like I'm talking about inside the complex, put it 5.5.
Okay.
5.5 inside the integer, put 2j, and inside the float, you can put suppose what you're doing. Input.
Um.
You are from where you have got this line that was showing in the previous time. This
It
one
just pops up. It just
it just
pops up.
pops in. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
Input enter the first number.
Okay,
Um,
these are
no.
asking like you don't know about it. Like this is very important line that now you are putting the values inside the bracket. Inside the
Yeah.
bracket, it's a fixed value, right? 5.52j is the fixed value, right?
Yes.
But
Yeah.
by
Doesn't
by
change.
yeah, by writing down this statement, input integer the
I know
first
what
number.
input means. It means that the user who's
Yeah,
looking at the
you
code,
can give
they put in their own value.
any kind of number as per your choice. So we don't want to do it
Uh,
right now.
no.
Remove it.
Over here, we can just put 3, for example.
Okay,
Now
run it.
let's see, run.
What is that? 2 plus. Okay, so instead of integer,
Because I know why. I know why.
I think we didn't write down it properly, right?
Um,
Write it down 2 plus 5j, something about it. 2 plus 5j, let's say. Let's say.
no. Oh, I put 2 plus 0j, 2 plus 5j.
Let's say
Nope.
what is the problem here?
Argument must be a string. I think I know. I think I know. I think it's like supposed to be like this.
We can also play it. Okay, no problem. Well, ah.
No.
That means, yeah. Okay, no problem. You get the we are facing problem about more mixing up, like float to complex, complex to integer, integer to complex. Okay, we are facing this problem, right?
Yeah.
We will solve it, no problem. No problem. I
Okay.
think you got the basic idea and the very primary idea, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop issue, please.
There we go.
Yeah. So what is waiting for us? The next slide. Look at this one, string operation. So what kind of things they are adding? The string, okay, painful name. Okay, so um, this is also really interesting. This is called concatenation. Okay, so we have learned about the addition, right? We can add two numbers.
Yep.
We can add two numbers. 5 plus 6 is equal to 11. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4.
Yes.
10 plus 10 is equal to
4.
20. Okay. So
Mhm.
we can also add the string. Okay. Suppose Razin plus Laher. It will be Razin Laher. Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah. So as like the addition system, concatenation, like in the addition, what you've done, like uh, will you be able to add two numbers? Let's just think about it. Just two string Razin plus Laher in the addition system.
Yeah.
Will it work?
No.
No, it will not work. But in the concatenation system, it will work. Okay. This is called string
Okay.
concatenation. Okay. Or you can in a different way you can call it string addition. Okay. Because
Okay.
in the time of addition or subtraction or multiplication, the division, we just work on the numeric number. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 5.5, 6.5, 10.5, this kind of things. Okay. But here they are
Mhm.
working with string. Um,
Okay.
so very
So
simple.
string. So,
Yeah.
so because normally in the addition part, you can't use any letters unless it's obviously a letter number equation. But normally it's just like 5 plus 5, 5 minus 5, stuff like that. So in the concatenation, you basically can add letters and numbers. Yeah.
Very good explanation. Yeah, very good explanation. Yeah. You can do this simple example, okay? And even you can try it out, okay? Firstly, write it down program on your platform. Then we'll try to.
Okay. Sure. Okay. So let me share my screen and I'll show you. Okay, so as you can see over here, in what you asked me to do, there was a different name, so I just put in my own name over here, but you can always change it. For example, I can make it, and you'll see if we run it, it will work. So you can really put in any name over here and play around with it, but we can just stick it to my name. Yeah. So yeah. So basically, what the code is saying is, this is your variable name, and this is what the variable is holding. So as you can see, the variable name is first name, and in the first name variable, it holds my first name. So they know that if you pick out this container or this variable, inside of this container, it has my first name, and it's the same for the last name. Same concept. This is the name of the variable, and this is the value of the variable. What's inside. So over here, what they're saying is full name is equal to first name plus the brackets and last name.
This
So they're
this is
saying,
not bracket. This is not bracket. This is the space.
sorry,
Okay.
not
You
bracket.
can
This, yeah.
you just skip it. Just skip it. Remove this space. Yeah. Remove
Okay.
it. Yeah. And also remove one addition sign. Also remove one addition sign.
Let's see if it runs still. Yeah, it still does, but this doesn't cause the space between this.
The
We need the
space
space.
because that means yeah. Yes, please
So
continue.
basically what you think over here is full name. So this is another variable, right? And this variable is linked to these two variables above, first name and last name. So these are these two variables above. So what this variable is saying that inside this container over here, this full name container, there is the first name plus the last name. So but obviously you need a space between them. So if you want to print the full name, print meaning put it over here on this side, then you'd need to and if you want to print it formally, then you'd have to do it like this. You'd say my first name plus the space between my name and then another plus to say we want my first name Razine, a space between my first name and my last name, and then my last name. So that's how it would work. And then these are still these are linked to these above. And then the fourth line is basically saying we print out this full name. So this entire variable over here will be printed to whatever the value is inside these 1 and 2 lines. So now we can run it again. There'll be a space.
Very good explanation. You can also do, like, you can also work in Brightchem as a Python teacher. Yeah, your explanation is really good. Like what I was expecting from you, what I was trying to give you the knowledge, you just gave it 100%. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you.
And one more interesting thing. In the previous time, in this slide, we are talking about the addition part is slightly similar with the addition part, but look at this one. What do you understand? I will not explain it to you. Just try to understand it.
Okay, so basically the first line is saying same concept, the two variable names with the two variable values.
Yeah.
So there's the two variable names, so one, two are the variable names, and then I'll change the color for a different color, and then
Okay.
these are the variable values. So basically what they're saying over here, that the full name, so they're creating another variable over here, so that's purple again. So that's another variable. It's they saying first name times by 3. So basically what I think they're saying is this first name over here, this RAM, should be repeated 3 times in the result of the code.
It's
And
just
then
kind of, yeah. Yes, please.
they're telling us they're telling us to print this full name. So they're telling us to print this variable name, this variable. And when you say print this variable name, you print the value of whatever's inside. And the value of what's inside is that it's saying that you should times the first name by 3. So maybe have 3 copies of RAM, RAM, RAM. Am I correct or no?
You're correct. Write it down program and just need to do instead of the first name into 3, just do it last name into 3. Okay. This
Okay, sure.
not into the confirmation. It just working not exactly similar but have a similarity with the multiplication in the mathematics. All right.
Okay,
The
sure.
multiplication. Just write it down. Hurry up.
Okay. Yeah. I'm done.
So, yeah, share your screen, please. Yeah, share your screen.
Okay. So as you can see, over here, what I've done is, I've put in my first name and last name. So Razeen Lehe. You can obviously change this like I did earlier, but then I created another variable. Instead of naming it what it was named on the slides, I named it last name times 4. So whatever the last name is here. So this is the variable. So this variable is linked to this variable over here, last name, and we can always create another variable. For example, we can say um first name times 4 is equal to first name times 4. So basically what you're saying is these are new variables that we've created. So the 3 and 4 are new variables, these first two lines before the equal sign. Then after the equal sign, these two variables are relating to these two variables above, which have values inside of them. So basically they're saying whatever value is in last name. So even if this says whatever, even if it says 8 inside last name, it is saying that we should say 8 4 times. So display 8 4 times in the preview over here. So for example, instead of saying 8 because it's not a last name, I can say my last name. So Lahe. Okay. And if we actually print it, it will now say my first name and last name 4 times each. So you will see over here if we print it. Why isn't it working? Oh, because I have two here. So for example, if I delete this last name times 4, no, I'll delete the first name times 4, right? Yeah, okay. So I'll do it one by one. So basically, if I say last name times 4, it will print my last name times 4. But if I wanted to print my first name times 4, I can just do this. First name times 4 is equal to first name times 4. And then over here by the print function, I can say print first name times 4. So as you can see, when I click on run, it will print both of them. Lahir, 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 Razin, 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 Razin. And you can always change the number of these. So even if you want to make it 3, it will print it each 3 times because that's how much you want each variable value to go each time. So you can make it literally any number you want, even 10 and 5. So you can do like this. Then it will print it out. So you can go crazy with it. You can even, let's see if 100 and 500 will work. There we go. So it really depends on the variable value and what's in each variable name. What's the value? So you can always change this to make it say whatever you want and change the variable names. It depends.
Very clear. Okay, thank you so much. I think you got the point very clearly. Am I right? And the concept
Definitely.
is, that you have explained in a way. Um, seems like your concept is really clear about it. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So, slicing. I think range slicing, membership, and okay, but 2 or 3 more concept is I can give you very simple way. So we have done it concatenation, then repetition, and then slicing. Slicing is a very simple concept. The same as the concept as it does that. Slice. Just a moment. Slicing is a very simple concept about. Suppose think about it. Why, like how we use word the slicing. Slicing, like cutting down one of the parts in different parts, okay, or multiple parts. All right. Suppose we have a cake.
Same like slicing up a pizza. You take the main thing and you cut
Very
it into
simple.
all different parts.
Slice, plate, pizza, cake, or any other thing. Okay. Slicing. So
I
here
mean,
they are doing the same thing here. Look at it here, but one thing you need to remember in the slicing part, whenever we will work on slicing, we need to think about the index number in Python. Suppose my name is Shohan. Shohan, Shohan. One thing is important for indexing. Okay, in terms of giving the indexing in Python, it will always start from 0. Okay, so indexing means the numeric numbers, giving the numeric number 0, 1, 2,
2,
3,
3,
and 4.
4.
Okay, if I want to ask you what is the value of number 3, what is the value of number 3 here?
A.
Very good, excellent. And they are asking here your first name. In the value of first name is Ram. They are asking you the output. The first name 1. That means which index number they are asking? What is the value of number 1 indexing here?
Indexing number 1 is RAM.
No, the RAM is a text. So we just suppose
Yeah.
RAM is a
Oh,
text,
number 1 R.
not R.
No, 0, 1, 2. So A.
0, 1, 2. Yeah, A is a
A.
index number. So, okay, I think you got the clear point. Again, I'm going to give you the knowledge about it. Very simple thing. Just look at it again.
Yeah.
Clear knowledge. Suppose Shohan, any number. Suppose write down Razin, your name. Okay. RAZEE and okay, Razin.
Mhm.
So how I can give the indexing here? 0,
0,
1,
1, 2,
2,
3, and so on.
3. I will not give you the index number. I will ask you index number. Suppose A is equal to, look at these things.
A is equal to 1.
Suppose A is equal to Razin. So if I want to ask you what is the value of A, 0, what is the value of A fine?
Okay. N. N.
Yeah, very good. Excellent. What is the value of A3?
A3. E. Not the E on the right, the E on the left.
Yeah, very good. Very good. I think you got the point. It's a very simple knowledge. Okay. And
Yeah.
look at the next one. Look at the next one, next slide. This is called range slicing. Okay. Range slicing is same as the slicing, but like look at these things where we are slicing like for we just want to know the index value, but here the range slicing means which part you want to slice. Suppose you have a pizza, how many slice, like how many slice you want to take. Suppose it's already being sliced in 6 different parts. Okay, so how many slice you want to take? You have to 3 or 4 slice. This kind of things they are asking. Suppose for example, the same example, resin. Okay, RAZEE, and it's
N.
difficult to write it down with the mouse. Okay,
Yeah.
0, 1, 2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5.
5.
Okay, so look at it here. Suppose think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I ask you this is the value of A,
Mm-hmm.
and I am giving you the range. A is equal to 0 slicing. This is the slicing code. 0 slicing 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then what will be the result? 0 means it will start from 0 part, 0, 1. Am I right? Suppose think about it.
Yeah.
For so it's it's meaning
R
that
to
0
E.
to 3. It's meaning that 0 to 3. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
this is the value of 0. So it will start from here 0, 1, 2,
R
3.
2, 3.
RAZE. The value will be RAZE. Am I right? Because the
Ready?
value is
Yeah.
3 here. Am I
Raise.
right? But it will
Yeah.
not give you the result RAZE. It will just give you the result RAZ. Why not E? It's already mentioned here till 3. Am I right? You want to slice till
Yeah.
0 to 3, but it's not giving you the value of 3 because slicing will not count the last value. It will count till the last value.
Ah, okay. So if, for example, if we put 0 to 4, then it will count that first E.
Yeah, if it's give you 1 to 4, then it will not give you the all value from the starting point will be okay. If it's called if it starts from 0, it will be 0. If it starts from 1, it will be 1. But the ending point, it will not go to the ending point. It will go till the ending point. If it's the ending point is 4, it will stop in number 3. If the ending point is 5, it will stop in number 4. Okay, it will
Mhm.
not count the end point, but the starting point will be okay. Then look at these things.
Okay.
What will be the value here? 0 to
0,
3.
3.
That
Must I
means
also just count it for my first name?
SING. SIN.
NG. 0 to.
and H.
It will be SIN. It will be sin.
SIS. What will be the result?
SIN. Because we
SIN.
don't count the G.
Very good. Yeah, we will not 0, 1, 2, 3. As the last point is 3. As the last point is 3, it will not count the 3. It will count till 2. All right.
Because
Okay. But the
you're
starting
counting
point will be
till.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
If I want to ask the result for this one, just a moment. Uh, for this one, if I want to ask the result 1 to 4, what will be the result? 1 to 4. 1 to 4. What will be the result?
1 to 4. It will be SING.
Now, look at the first point. The first one will be okay.
1 to 4. Okay,
Yes.
wait, I know. SING, yeah? Sing.
Are you
No,
sure?
not SING, because that's 1. So ING.
Very good, excellent. That is the result. INC. Okay. Because it will start
ING.
so 0, 1, 2, 3, and
3.
4.
This is
So
the same numbering concept we used with like the binary and integer numbers. We use the same type of concept with labeling with the letters.
yeah, I think you got the clear point about the slicing, how you can slice. Always remember about that. The
Yep.
first value in the slicing number, the first value will be okay. Yeah, I think the main concept of slicing is indexing. Firstly, you need to make the indexing 0, 1, 2, 3. The indexing will be start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, blah blah blah. And then look at the
Mhm.
slicing. The first number will be okay. It will count the first number, but it will not count the last number till the last number. That means the if the last number is 5, it will count till 4. If the last number is 6, it will count till 5. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. The starting point is suppose my name is SOHA. Okay. I think we already done it. We have one more topics. We need to do it. Okay, we need to do it.
Yeah.
The next topic is about membership, and this is very simple. Okay, this is the membership. Membership means whether this letter or alphabet is inside this value or not. Okay, suppose think about as is in last name. In the last name, is there any availability of s or not? True or
Yes,
false?
in the first one, in 0.
True.
In
That
0.
means true. If I think about
Yeah.
if I think about a, suppose a in last name, is it true or false? A in
False.
last name, false. Very good. Look at this one. S in not last name, false, true, false. This is a very simple example. Okay, this is a very simple
Hmm.
example. Okay, so
Very simple.
what you can
Slice
do
and
this range slicing. You can do this range slicing. Okay, do this one. Do this example on your platform. Hurry up.
okay.
Okay, so I will stop my share. Could you please share your screen?
Sure.
Yeah. Share your screen, please.
Okay. So over here, as you can see, I have the first name. So this is the name of the variable. This is the value of the variable. Name of the variable, value of the variable that we covered earlier. So over here, what it's saying is print the first name in the first name. From the first name, we should print the letters from ranging 1 to 3. So this is 0, this is 1, 2, 3. So we don't print the last number, which in this case is E. So it would just be AZ. Okay. Whereas for the last name, it's 0 to 2. So this is 0, 1, 2. So we don't print the H, it will just be LA because you count the 0. So let's run it and you can actually see AZ and LA as I was saying. But you can always change it. So you can always say like 0 to 3. Then you'd have RAZ over here, RAZ, right? Whereas you can also do 1 to 2 over here, where you only have LA. So it really depends on the range you want to put it in and what you put over here. The more letters you put here, the more of a range you can put.
Very good. Very good. Just a moment. Yeah, very good explanation. Okay. Okay, stop your share. So thank you so much. I think you got the clear concept about today's topics, and hopefully, we'll learn something good in the next class. Okay. So yeah, just a moment. And do you have any kind of questions? Do you have any kind of questions?
Nope. I think we covered everything.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. And complete your assignment. Remember about you didn't. I have noticed that you didn't complete your some of the last classes assignment. Also try to do this kind of assignment because completing assignment is
So
really important actually.
the thing for the assignments is I always do the homework. I show you every class, but the thing is, it tells me to put it into a certain folder and upload it. But I don't know how to do that because I've never done it before.
I will just in the next class, before starting the next class, just inform me about this problem. I will try to solve it. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. See you in the next class. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.